Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Chai Together. I am your host and founder, Pratibha Day. You are tuning in to your cup of chai, courage, hope, and imagination today. We use courage on this platform to showcase the stories. We use hope to overcome, and we use imagination to resonate and understand the stories being shared. So, with that being said, I'd like to introduce to you my new friend, Mr. Marcin L. I don't want to mispronounce his name. So, how are you feeling, Marcin?
I am very good. Good morning, all. Happy Valentine's Day to all the ladies.
Yeah. Hey, gentlemen, too.
Gentlemen, too,
You
yes.
too. You have the perfect background for it.
Yes, thank you.
A nice white tee. Yeah. So I want to ask you, I don't even know what I was going to ask you, but let's start. Where do you want to start your journey?
Where do I want to start my journey? Well, first of all, I was born in Poland.
Yeah.
I came to United States when I was 12 years old.
Mm.
And coming to such a big city from a small village, it was very, very challenging, especially the language barrier was one of
Mhm.
the, I would say, biggest challenges. You only know Polish language. Now you have to learn the second language. So
Yeah.
I had to go to school, and then school was very difficult because everybody speaks English, and you don't understand what other students are talking to you, and so I had a Polish teacher that actually took us on the side, and she would teach us a second language.
Mhm.
So the beginnings, I would say, were the most challenging, the most difficult. Especially, it was also difficult where stores were, or doctors trying to find out, like the areas around where things are at, or churches and other
Mhm.
things. Plus, being an immigrant family, obviously, you're moving your whole life, everything you had, back in Poland. Are you coming to something brand new where you have nothing? You have to start, from all buying all those things that you need for your household and things like that.
And
Not having.
yeah. How old were you, Marcin?
I was 12.
12. And how do you
12
pronounce
years old.
your last name?
It's like WAP Chiński.
Wapinski.
Wapczynski, there you go. Yes. Yes.
Marcin Wapinski.
There you go. Very good.
It's very unique. So, okay, so you're from Poland. So tell us about, what you do. Like introduce yourself to everyone.
So I work as a production manager in
Mhm.
electronic manufacturing industry. We build engine controls, displays, a variety of electronic components for Caterpillar is one of our biggest customers. We work with Ford,
Wow.
Verizon, and other big name manufacturers. I went to college for 2 years. My passion always was for electronics. I love
Mm.
electronics, fixing, troubleshooting, variety of different components. So coming to US, going through elementary school, going through high school, my dream was always go to college, get into
Yeah.
uh, electronics, and learn, get a certificate. But the problem is now, with parents not knowing the second language,
Mhm.
having the jobs that they have, now your parents don't speak any language or anything, so they can
Mhm.
only work at certain places because how are they going to be able to communicate with certain people? So this college that I want to go to is my parents couldn't afford. We couldn't afford the tuition, so we found other technical school that was
Mhm.
very similar, the degree that I want to get into. So I went to ITT Technical Institute.
Yeah. Nothing's
Yes,
wrong with that.
nothing wrong with that.
Uh, Morning, Joanna. Sorry. Yeah, I wanted to ask you, what is the dream school you wanted to go to?
What was my dream to is go to? What did
Yeah.
I want to go to? DeVry. DeVry.
DeVry
I went to
University.
DeVry University. Yes,
Oh, very good.
yes.
Go ahead.
So successfully after 2 years, I completed associate's degree. I got my associate's degree, and I
Very
started
good.
working as an electronic repair technician for my company. And it's been already. So my journey started as an electronic technician.
Hmm.
Current company that I'm with, I got promoted to a team leader. I went up to a supervisor, and I'm in charge of production manager. So that was my career journey.
And where do you live now?
I'm in Chicago. I'm on southwest side. I'm by
I
Midway
love
Airport.
I love Chicago. I went to Chicago when I was, I think, 21 and I traveled. It's good. The
I
bean.
love it. I love it. I've been here for 26 years, and
Wow.
I saw one third our downtown, and not only it's so beautiful, so many
Yeah.
restaurants, bar, it's so many places that you can
You've
go
been
to.
to Naf Naf Grill?
Where?
Naf Naf?
No, I have not.
Oh, wow. You're missing out. All right. So talk about, how long did it take for you to learn English? Because I also learned English here. I was born in India and I came to the States when I was 6. And, they put you back a grade. So I had the same issues with language. I had to go for tutoring at the Sylvan Learning Center and have English lessons and stuff. So how long do you find that for you? How long did it take for you to learn?
I believe a couple weeks. I would say I don't have the exact time
Ah.
frame. I don't remember, but it took us a couple weeks because it wasn't like you came into school.
Mm.
Obviously, they were speaking in English, but the teacher only took us on the side for a couple hours. Like an hour or two,
Yeah.
and she would tutor us. We would do that ESL, English
Yeah,
Second Language
ESL.
program. Yes, yes.
Yeah. I'm actually an ESL teacher.
Oh, that is awesome. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I was teaching in Thailand in 2019, ESL certified. I teach in Jersey too, but this isn't about me. So thanks, Joanna, for tuning in. She's saying yay for you.
Thank
But
you.
I want to ask you, so moving forward, what were the challenges, that you had transitioning? Did you have like culture shock as well?
Um, it was a little bit. As we
Mhm.
know, Chicago is very, not only Chicago, but the other states are very Polish, have Polish communities.
Mm-hmm.
So we had our family already here, like my parents,
Wow.
my dad's sister were here.
Mhm.
So they kind of knew where things were at. So they helped us a little bit. Hey, go here, go there, and things like that. Here are the churches that you can go. Here are the good doctors. Here are the Polish stores that you can go there so you can get your foods and things like that. So,
Wow. I definitely have to try Polish food.
oh, they're very good. You're missing out. So, yeah.
So, well, have you had Indian food?
Yeah, I have not. No, I had Indian candy because in
Mm.
manufacturing there's quite a few, Indian people that work. I work with a lot of many engineers that
Mm.
are from
Mhm. Oh
India.
yeah.
Yes,
Yeah. Do you smell their food?
I do. I do. Yes, yes. They're very good people. I work with Ramila and Gandhi. They retired 3 years ago, I would say. Yeah, very very
Oh
good people.
wow.
Very hardworking people. Yeah,
You're telling their names.
I
It
know.
doesn't make a difference. So, tell us more of your journey, such as you shared with Les. Tell us more about, those hard times.
So after I graduated college,
Mhm.
and obviously I met a girl, met a woman. So my with my life, I would say after college in 2007, July 7th, I got married. I met, my first girlfriend, my first wife, uh, in 2007. So we got married.
Mhm.
2010, we had our first child. My son Aiden was born, and then later on, 2014, my daughter Victoria was born. Yeah. So it's it's fun. It's life. It's such an like what's it called, exciting journey that you're going through. It's
Mhm.
building a family, starting with like a single family home, and later on your family keeps growing, and one child, second child, and you're getting something bigger right now. And as we go, we have good jobs. Heidi and I, my ex-wife, right now had we both had very good job, very good life. It just like you have the homes, you have the cars, you can afford very nice luxury lifestyle. And
Mhm.
then on April 30th, 2018, we decided to divorce. So
Mhm.
that was one of my saddest days in my life. I don't believe in divorces. None of my family do. So it was a shock to me, shock to my family. But I guess this is life. Life will throw certain things at you. Sometimes you're just gonna get knocked out like really hard, like things just gonna come at you from somewhere that you don't even know where they're coming from. And it's once divorce is a big deal, and it's a life changer. It's You're going from having everything to now you're back on your knees. Now you have to go back to your parents' house because with child support, with childcare, it's just so expensive with your own bills. And how can you even afford rent at that moment? So it was very difficult, very
Wow.
emotional. Cried myself to sleep when I was driving from work. I cried, when I was in my parents' house. I just took walks around the park. You just go out and cry. It's just so emotional. It's just like you ask yourself, what did I do wrong? What did not work out? What could have we have done better? Did we just grow apart? So but later on, that's how I got into Mr. Les Brown. He was the one that actually got me through this divorce because
Wow.
I kept searching for something. How can I help myself? So the first thing I went to YouTube videos. And on YouTube videos, I was looking, how to get through divorce. So I typed
Mm,
in Mr. Les Brown came up. And now till this day, every day when I drive to work, I listen to his videos and not only videos. And I got into reading books, and I told myself that, what, I'm not gonna be a victim because life still gotta continue. There's many men out there that, you have to be really emotionally strong. It's just like, what do I choose? What do I choose? Do I choose be a victim, or I just get up, I learn from this lesson, and I just keep going? And I ask myself, okay, how do I continue with my life? What do I want to do with my life? And then especially if you know your why, like you see your kids and they see you what you're going through, especially they tell you, hey, daddy, don't go. It's your heart just breaks. Daddy, don't go. Your daughter's on your shoulders, just crying, and you're trying to stay strong, very strong inside. You're trying to not to cry, but once you leave, you get out those doors. It just like you just break down and you just start crying. It's I don't wish divorces to anybody. That's why I tell all of my friends, just work on your marriages. Just have an open, deep, honest communication with your partners. I know we are all busy, cooking, cleaning, homework, doing stuff around the house, but it's part of life. It's just go out. I know right now we can and stuff like that. Some restaurants are closed, some of them are open, but take care of each other, appreciate each other, do little things for each other. It doesn't cost that much, so it's
yeah.
just like I have learned so much, being married for 12 years. It teaches you a lot, because in school they don't teach us about marriage, they don't teach us about life or anything. There is no guide that you can refer to and go. So it's a beautiful lessons. I have many of my friends are divorced, and whatever I
Mm,
went through, how I have helped myself, through motivational videos, through different books, I was
mhm,
able to basically reprogram myself, because you always will have self conversations with yourself. Your voice gonna always come, and you will just talk with yourself, and you're just gonna beat yourself up. You're gonna
mhm,
beat yourself up. So one of the books that I can recommend to people, that I tell everyone, that helped me, I would say the most, is The Power Is Within You by Louise Hayes. It's a great book. It just like I took some of her techniques, some of her approaches. Like one of them, it's just like, like why do men and women beat themselves up or something? Like, just tell yourself,
mm,
I did the best I could for the current situation. That's it. And it will take time. It will take time, because those thoughts that will come. You will have self conversation with yourself, and your mood, your day's just gonna be all messed up. You're not gonna be yourself and things like that, because you're just gonna think about it. It takes times to heal. Some
mm,
people heal quickly. Some people will take a little bit longer. So that's how it is. So after that, it's I'm very open minded.
mhm,
I always self-develop myself. So I made the decision in my life. I told myself that, after work, I'm not gonna come home, sit on a couch and watch TV, waste my life, because God has blessed all of us, every single person out here with so many. talents, with so many gifts that we do have within ourselves. We all do. We all do. We all have certain unique talents that we have in ourselves. But what is the problem? The
Mhm.
problem is fear. We're all stopping ourselves. It's just like, how many times do I want to go on Facebook Live and just talk, encourage, inspire people? But it's just like my mind wants to do it, but my body is just stopping me. It's just like, what are other
Mhm.
people gonna think about me? What are my coworkers, my friends, my brothers, my friends say about me? This is my first live with you on Facebook Live,
Yeah,
and
your first interview. So
my first interview. So
yeah, thanks everyone for tuning in. It's his first interview, so you're doing great so far. But
thank
maybe
you, thank you.
a question.
Again?
A question. So before you had said that, in in your culture, right, you don't believe in divorce, and India is also one of the cultures that have the least divorce rates compared to America has, higher because it's just easier in this culture setting. Someone said you're amazing. Thank you. So I don't know if it's you or me. We're both amazing. So, but I wanted to ask you that, you talked about the growing apart. So do you feel that's what happened in your marriage personally, that you grew apart? And do you find it to be okay that when two people grow apart after years of marriage, that you can't grow with the change? So you have to go your separate ways. Do you find that, do you believe in that now? Or do you still feel like you still have to work it out and force yourself to the marriage?
You know what? Like, to be open and honest with everybody, if you
Mhm.
ask me, hey, why did you get divorced?
Yeah.
I don't have a reason. Like, honestly, and I do believe, because me and my ex-wife right now,
Mhm.
we are good friends. We have
Oh, good.
conversations. We do talk and stuff like that. There is no anger, frustration, or anything, because you know what? Later on, you can have, you know you can be all mean and nasty with each other, but
Mhm.
who's the one that is hurting? It's our kids. They are
Mhm.
the one, because they're in the middle. They are suffering because one parent or the other will just either badmouth one another or just take it out on them. They're already going through so much right now. Why even put more on them? They don't
Mhm.
need it. They don't need it. They need to see, no matter what happened, guys gotta treat a woman with respect, and same thing
Mhm.
with the other way. We have to show and teach them, because they hear everything. Kids,
Yeah.
they see everything that is surrounding how it's going on. How you talk to your ex-wife or ex-husband or
Mhm.
whoever. It's
Yeah.
just, and it's okay. Some people get divorced because everybody has different situation, financial
Mhm.
situation, or
Yeah.
abuse, or drugs, or whatever it is. It's
Mhm.
just, unfortunately, this is life. You
Mhm.
cannot predict that, hey, I'm going to be with this partner for X long. But sometimes I do believe that, hey, it was meant to be for X amount of years, and you just
Mhm.
grow apart and we go separate ways. My ex-wife, she lives her life, and I live my life. And I'm very grateful, because you know what? I do believe in God. I trust God. And I told myself that this is His plan. This is His plan,
Mhm.
because I wouldn't be here today speaking with so many thousands of people right now and inspiring so many people. I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't have
Yeah.
certain things in my life. I wouldn't join certain programs or certain
Mhm.
companies. I would be where I was at.
Yeah.
Here I am. It's
Mhm.
just, I am very happy with myself. I love life. I love helping other people, inspire them, encourage, no matter what they're going through in life. It's just like, there's a person like me out there. There's a person out
Mhm.
there like that's going through the same thing right now. They just don't know how they can go through it, or they don't want to talk with nobody because they're afraid, or they're shy, or they're embarrassed, because it's not fun. I didn't want my family to know that I'm getting divorced, because what are they going to think about me? What are they going to think
Mhm.
about my family? But it's everybody's opinion. It's my life. So
Wow. I really like that. So Lillian, thanks for tuning in. She said that's a good point, and that divorce is difficult and she understands. And when two people grow apart, that is the reason, because you grew apart.
yeah.
One thing I wanted to say to you is, when I first heard you say, the divorce, and that, you grew apart, that, if it was perfect, there would be no balance in life, if it lasted or if something didn't go wrong. Not to say that, oh, things should go wrong, right? But Murphy's Law, like Les Brown talks about, that things are going to keep going wrong. But if your life was so perfect, you wouldn't have a story, like you wouldn't have a journey, you wouldn't be speaking about it on here, right? Like if you
Yes,
this
yes, I agree.
perfect marriage, perfect kids, like that's boring. Like
It
nobody,
is. It is.
it's not interesting. But I want to ask you, like, where are you now? Like, what are your goals and like, what are your dreams,
So after the divorce, um, with like I was saying, is I have a very good job.
Mm-hmm.
I am very grateful and thankful for the company that I work for my ownership, the management,
Yeah.
and everybody. It is good. I have a good lifestyle where I can pay for childcare,
Yeah.
child support, this and that. But to me, living in
Mhm,
my parents' house, not
mhm,
able to afford mortgage, it's not that it's embarrassing because this is life. It happens to people. But
mhm,
I kept searching for more. I'm a firm believer. I in life is like I was thinking about that the other day. It's just like we are used to this certain lifestyle where we get certain amount of income. Now
yeah,
with everything going on, it's
mhm,
just like businesses are closing left and right. And now X amount of money that you're getting every month, now all that is gone. Your luxury lifestyle is that you have, you don't have. You only have one stream of income. You still got to pay your child support, right? How many people
wow,
have savings, right? And if
yeah,
you don't pay child support, then either they suspend your driver's license, they lock you up.
yeah.
So there is no excuses or anything.
So,
So
no, I just want to ask regarding that, and that's only for the man. Is there anything, I don't know too much about it. Is there anything for the woman as well? Or is it just the men paying the child support? What are your feelings on that?
well, I can only say about the state of
Yeah.
Illinois. It's just I believe there is
Mm,
women have better, higher laws than we men do.
mhm.
Because, when I was going through my divorce, me and my ex-wife, we were very civil. We talked
Yeah,
about it, and then we just wrote everything down, how we're gonna go about it, split everything in half, and so
good.
on. Because you can spend thousands and thousands of dollars. You can spend all of your savings on fighting about just
Mm,
nonsense, little things, and it could get really nasty. And is it really worth it? Is it really
no.
worth it? Just fighting our egos? It's not.
Life is
And
short. Yeah.
life is short. Life is short, but there are certain people, certain individuals that want to be on top. They want to show the best. Hey, this is who I am. I'm not gonna, let go of this or that because you messed up my life and stuff like this. Is not my mentality. That's not my mindset. It's just like I believe in the universe and the law of
Mm,
attraction. I believe in the energy. It's just what do you give out, it will come back
mhm.
to you. It's that easy. It's that simple. It's
Wow.
just like same thing with our thoughts. It's just like what do you think about? You're gonna attract. If
Mhm.
if you're gonna badmouth yourself, if you're gonna beat yourself up, then that's how you're gonna feel. That's how your body's gonna react. You're gonna have different diseases. You're gonna have different sicknesses. If you have positive mindset, if you have a very good outlook on life, it's everything changes for you. You feel so much better. You vibrate this energy. Uh, a variety of different doors open up for you.
Mhm.
It's amazing. So I kept searching. I used to go to different networking events, where one of my friends that I'm not going to mention, he hosts them here in
Yeah.
Chicago. Now because of COVID, we have them on Zoom calls every Wednesday, and
Mhm.
you meet variety of business owners, individual professionals from every industry.
Mm,
So I reached out to him. I'm like, hey, you know what? It's I'm at a point in my life where I need extra income. I would like
mhm,
to get some more because just hey, with all the bills, everything going on,
mhm.
it's just get expensive and it's tight.
Yeah.
So he's like, here's an opportunity. I'm in the credit repair industry. So
Yeah.
I'm like, tell me a little bit more about it because I ask myself, which industry should I get into that will benefit the people out there, who I can help the most, right? So like with credit, it's like it makes sense because you need a
Yes.
very good credit everywhere, everywhere.
I needed that.
Not
Yeah.
only with car, with mortgages. It just
Yeah.
you get a cell phone, you go get a rent. Everybody
Hmm.
asks you what's your credit. You have very
Hmm.
bad or poor credit. Because something happened in your life, you went through stuff. It just you get penalized because of high interest
Yeah.
rate.
That was
So
me. I know you saw my post. My friend Vic, he also does that. And he was in finance, his background. But that was me. But now it's went up over like 200 points. But that's because
oh
I moved to Thailand and I wasn't able to transfer the money. And, so my credit got destroyed, living there for like a year. So
yeah.
when I came back, it's like it was really bad. So
No, I'm glad it's much
I
better
need
now.
the credit. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
you
need
do.
the
You
credit.
do. So whoever needs help out there, reach out. I
Hmm.
can help you guys. I don't do it personally.
Yeah.
I work with a company with the credit attorneys that they will
Yeah.
help you out. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's one industry I'm in. I'm also in the hemp cannabis industry. One
Hmm.
of the networking events, I met this nurse from Chicago. She works in the
Hmm.
Rush University Hospital because now weed got legalized. So with hemp industry, it's huge. Not only out there that hey, you're gonna make profits, but money will come. But I'm all about helping other people. Like for example,
Yeah.
my brother, he suffers from like a rheumatoid arthritis,
Yes.
and he's got a shut up humera in his stomach, and you see him waking up all broken. Hey, I cannot twist my arm or my hand, my
Mhm.
back hurts, I'm all stiff, this and that, and it just like it breaks your heart. So you searching like what can I do? He tried this, he tried that, and it's just like how else can I help them? My
Mhm.
brother, my mom, there's so many other people right now that are just going through so much anxiety, depression. They don't sleep at nights because they just worry and things like that. So I started learning more about the hemp, about the cannabis, how it works, how it affects our brains and things like that.
Mhm.
So it's just like everything happens for a reason. Like I met this nurse right now from Chicago that works in a hospital. She's in the cannabis industry. I'm like, tell me more. I want to learn more. So I joined the company, and I use the products myself because I never in my life smoked weed or anything. It doesn't
Yeah.
get high or anything. So I
Mhm.
excuse me. I purchased the products. My brother used them. He started using them for over a month, and he's like, I see a difference. And I'm like, it makes you feel so good because you have a product that actually helps you. And later on too, I will be doing Facebook Lives, bringing on some people too, some women that actually have autistic children and stuff like that that are using the products and they're actually helping them and stuff like that. So
Oh, wow.
yeah. So
Yeah.
those are the two industries that I'm very passionate about that
Mhm.
that I'm under and I'm helping people.
I can agree with that. I just had my mom use some CBD oil drops to like digest them, but that was just a sample. But you do have to use it for a longer period of time to see results, because she has a psychiatric illness, in her psyche. She has schizophrenia. So that's different. But I definitely agree that that can definitely help or if not cure it. Yeah. So, so you're in the cannabis industry, credit repair, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. What else are we doing?
So
You
while going
have
through
your
all that
job.
report and
Yeah,
my
multiple
job, yeah,
streams of income. Very important.
yes. And so as you go through this
Hmm.
journey, you
Yeah.
listen to motivational speakers. You listen to people that are at a different level, higher different level, right? So we
Hmm.
are, some of us, I am on a certain level where you make X amount, right? Because way you
Yeah.
think that frequency that you vibrate on. So
Yeah.
in order to learn more, to be more like the other people, successful people, and
Hmm.
things like that. So I kept looking, I kept searching, and it just like I said, what do you look for? What do you think for? It's opportunities will come.
Hmm.
So many of my, divorced friends that I help just basically help them get through the divorce, through the emotions, everything that they were coping for. They're like, you should become motivational speaker. And I heard that from many people, not only one. So it's just like, wow, the universe is talking to me. Yeah, so what did I do is one of my goals actually for 2021, I looked
Hmm.
reflected on myself, like which area do I have to work on? Which area do I have to develop myself? So I'm like, I gotta get better at public speaking. And so I joined Mr. Les Brown, The Power of Voice. That's one of the programs. which I am very grateful and thankful for. I meet so many thousands of people throughout the world. It's such a wonderful community where there's no competition or anything. It just everybody just supports each other. Everybody just cheers for another, and it's so much fun. It's just it's amazing. I love it. So that's that, and then also you need a life coach. You need a life coach. You need somebody to hold you accountable. Like, okay, you have your goal, right? We some of us have our goals written, some of us don't. We wish about certain things, but our because schools don't teach us with our minds, with our thoughts. We
Mhm.
are limited to certain level. Like like you say, hey, I want to live in $1 million home or so where, but
Yeah.
we're always asking ourselves, okay, how am I gonna do it, right? And
Mhm.
that how is so big where you're just gonna freak yourself out, you're gonna scare yourself, and you're not gonna do it because you already shut yourself down. Your body will not allow you to step outside the comfort zone because we have the same routine, this vicious
Mhm.
cycle that we are comfortable living in. It's good. I get paid, I pay my bills, I can go out, have a dinner, this and that, and I'm okay, right? But the thing is, if we truly ask ourselves, hey,
Mm,
are you really happy with yourself? Like, are
mm,
you really happy? I know we're busy, and people say, like, when you present them opportunities, oh, I don't have money, I don't have time, right?
mm,
Those are, honestly, like, those are excuses. I had the same excuse when other people came with me with opportunities, right? But we
mhm.
all have the same 24 hours. We all
Yeah.
do. It's all about time management. I know as families, it's get hectic, it gets busy. You work, you come home, you gotta cook, take care of the kids, homework, this and that. You're exhausted. You don't feel like doing anything, right? But if you really have this goal in yourself, like when we were little, you always dream, hey, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a nurse, firefighter, this and that, right? You're doing a job maybe right now that you just go there to get paid. But if you're really not happy, right? It's just like you really sit down with yourself and you have this self-talk with yourself. Like you ask yourself, what do I really want to do? Like, what would
Mm,
really make me happy? What
mm.
what is my passion? What is my passion where maybe I can spend an hour or two a day that I can do?
This.
And
I don't want to distract you. This, for me, I'm doing it. Yeah, go ahead.
yeah. So with my routine, I wake up 5 in the morning for my work. So what I did is I joined Thinking into Results program in John Tellerico, and
Mm,
amazing, great program. I just started, and it's basically a life changer. It is a life changer. I'm just on lesson number one, but I talk to people, I see the results, and we do have to reprogram ourselves because like some of us, we want so much more. We do,
mhm,
but it's just like, what are you willing to give up? What are you willing to sacrifice in your life? Because it's like you want more, but what are you doing about it? What steps, what actions are you taking to get to your goal, right? So now it just like honestly, I started this program 2 weeks ago. I started on I think I signed up on Wednesday, and my thoughts like, hey, let's go, let's do it. But my body was stopping. I was just stopping myself because, hey, I'm tired. I want to go take a nap. I'll do it tomorrow. No, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll start on Sunday or so, right? And I said, no, 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 no. I'm done. I'm done. It's just like doing this for your kids. Who are you doing to? You still want to live at your parents' house, this and that. Said no, I'm done and over it. Look at all those other people, how nicely they're living, this and that. I'm said, okay, Sunday. I told myself, and since Sunday I started in the evening, and here I am every day staying disciplined. So I
wow.
used to wake up at 5. Now I wake up at 4 in the morning because it takes around 50 minutes to do their routine, and
Yeah,
I'm doing it.
yeah.
And it's completely, it changes you. It's a discipline. It's a discipline. You have to be willing and you have to be able to do it. You have to,
Mm,
if you want to achieve goals, you have to work on it. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be given to it because like especially on social media, we do see all these famous people, their mansions, their cars, their jewelry, this and that, right? But no one sees behind the scenes, what they go through on daily basis, when they wake up, how much they have to study, what they have to do. They only see all the good things, that they already have it, but they don't see how long it took them, what they had to go through.
Yes, it takes years. Most
It,
people,
it yes,
many years, sometimes
yes,
12, 20. Les's book, You've Got to Be Hungry, it took him 21 years to write this one book,
yeah.
you know?
See, and the problem too is when some people join certain programs or certain things and
Yeah.
they do good, they stop or they fail, and they say, "Oh, this is not for me," this and that. You know what?
Yes.
No, it's just failure is when you quit. Keep failing,
Hmm.
keep failing, because you have to master the skill set. Look at Michael Jordan or look at Babe Ruth. It's like we talk about their records, but nobody talks about how many shots that they missed.
Hmm.
Nobody talks about this. They see all the records, but they don't see, how many hours they worked on, how long it took him to be the greatest in the world. So that's how life is. It's you have to really how either tell yourself
Hmm.
that, hey, I'm gonna do this. It's a life changer. It's a mindset changer. It's a process and it's a journey that you
Wow.
just have to somehow envision it. But like I tell my friends or some other people, it's we are the creator, right? You're the artist. You're the director of your life. So if you are unhappy with your current situation,
Hmm.
what are you going to do about it? Why are you blaming everything around, other people, that
Yes.
you are at where you are at? No, it all starts with you. It all do, because you know what? It just no one will help you. There's be friends, family, they'll support you. They're not going to do the work for you. You have to
Mm-mm.
do the hard work. You have to do all the lifting. And like I said, this is life. It's not easy. It's hard. But if you want to have a good life, you want to have nice things, you have to work for them. You do. You have to sacrifice something. Either wake up early, change your routine, and go to gym or something. Because the thing is too, it's just what I have learned with myself is in order to help others, you have to be um, work on yourself first,
Mhm.
physically, mentally, emotionally. Because if let's say I went through a divorce,
Yeah.
if I wouldn't cope with what I have went through and I still had this resentment in myself, then how can I get into another relationship where I would
Mm.
still carry my past with me? I wouldn't be able to function in that relationship. It just wouldn't work because I would
Yeah.
still be unhappy with myself and I would take it out probably on the other person, which is
Yeah.
not fair to them. So
Yeah.
you really have to heal yourself first, and it's a process because I know many people, right, go through their childhood, their past, they're just don't know how to deal with it, how to cope with it, and they carry it inside, till their adulthood. They're maybe have resentment toward their stepdad, mom, dad, their friends, or whatever it is. It's just like I'm telling you guys, it's like I was able to help myself was through that book, like Louise Hayes, what she says in that book. It's just like how you have to start loving yourself first, how you have to forgive other people and stuff like that. That's it's a process, but once you heal yourself emotionally, physically, when you accept that, hey, this is what's supposed to happen. This is
Mhm.
just the past right now. Don't carry the past with you because it will hold you, it will prevent you from your nice, beautiful future because you're always going to be unhappy because things will come up sooner or later. You think that you're done with it, that you're done with your past, but really honestly, are you?
Like Les says, you may be done with your past, but your past is not done with you.
Yes, 100%.
Your messages are really helping me today because I needed to hear this myself. This
Yeah.
is why I enjoy doing this because I hear other people's stories and they get to hear my stories.
Yeah,
So
no, this is wonderful. I really appreciate you having it on, and see how it is. It's just like I'm gonna tell people out there who are shy, scared, or afraid
yeah.
doing this, right? Like, you know how many times I beat up myself or just on Facebook Live because I would I would like I said, it just like I would be embarrassed. What would others think about me? But now I'm like, once you do it, like you go through it, I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
wow, that was so easy. like no stress. It's just be who you are, because sometimes we just overthink things that you have to tell your story, you have to read a script or something.
No.
No, just tell your audience what you went through, what struggles, what hurdles you went through, right? And there's people out there that can resonate with our stories, that maybe
Hmm.
they're going through right now, that they just need help. So I was telling my friend right now, I'm not sure if you guys saw my post. It's just something is telling me to, hey, open up a some kind of a group or community or something
Mm.
for men who just suddenly recently got divorced, or are been already divorced, and they just want to join this group, this community where we can talk, we can help, inspire, and just help one another get through life, get through this stuff,
And
because
how long, I wanted to ask you, so how long has it been since your divorce now?
2 years, 2 years.
2 years. So do you find that you're in a space now, of course, if you're thinking about having community, helping other people, that you have healed to a point where you can talk about it without it affecting you negatively, right?
100%, 100%, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah. No, it feels so good. It just like once you heal yourself, everything that you're holding on to is gone, and it feels so good. It just like you feel so light. You feel so light.
I like hearing this from a man's perspective. A lot of men don't talk about their feelings, but you're really transparent and vulnerable. And I like that about you. And that's what Power Voice is about too. A lot of people share their stories, right? And
Yeah.
cry and things. That's why it feels like home, like a community. And like that's what I have here. And but for you to do that and be a man and say, hey, I cried myself to sleep and those things, like people need to hear that more because we're all the same. We're all human. Like we all cry, we all go to the bathroom, like we all eat, like, there's really no difference whether you're rich or you're poor,
Yeah. No, you're exactly right, because like I can just tell from myself, yeah, that we, man, I'm not gonna speak on behalf of
All,
you
yeah.
guys, but about myself, it just, yeah, you show this toughness on the outside, but really inside, like I'm so weak. You are so weak.
Yeah.
You're showing you this big guy, this macho guy, but inside of you are, like you ask
Mhm.
yourself, are you really happy with yourself? Do you
Yeah.
really you love yourself? This
Yeah.
and that, and then like later on, that's how you learn so much about yourself. And
Yeah.
and I'm not ashamed or anything, because like you said, we are humans. This is just
Yeah.
a natural process, or just going through like a bereavement. We have to cope with it, go through it. So it's I'm not ashamed or anything. It's normal to have emotions, just to cry.
Yeah. Yes, men have feminine sides as well, and because in school I studied, gender and social, because gender is a social construct. The whole with sex, female, male, transgender, all that stuff. But with the boy and girl, did you actually know that the color pink was for boys, not for girls? And then they,
No, I did not know that.
yeah, that's a fun fact. I learned that in college, and it was actually supposed to be for boys. But whenever you go in a store, you only see blue, pink. And that's like to transition your mindset to, oh, blue is for boys and pink is for girls. Like I personally don't agree with that. It should be all colors, and that's that social construct that society puts, just like for men to be macho or not show your emotions and stuff. But that is slowly changing, I believe. So
Yes,
because you're here speaking. So
yes.
but
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm out here. Like I said, help any guys or
Yeah.
men out there that are just struggling, that they just don't know how to help
Yeah.
themselves, what to do. Like I said, reach out. It
Mhm.
just
Mhm.
I love talking. Don't hold it on your chest. Don't hold it
Yeah.
on your chest. It's gonna eat you alive. And I know with myself, when especially in the beginning, the self talk. This is like the
Mhm.
worst. The self talk. It's just the emotional abuse. The emotional abuse, it's so bad, just
Mhm.
for you in general, because your body feels it. If you live in this constant stress,
Mhm.
anxiety, this and that, it's just you're gonna get sick. You're gonna get sick. But like with us men, women, it just, we cannot afford to get sick. We just can't.
No.
The bills are not gonna stop. You got to
No.
provide food for your children. They need you. They need you. And I spoke to many guys that are, let's say, they don't
Yeah.
have families here or so. It just, we're at the point where they just want to take their life. And
Yeah.
they do, because they hit such a
Yes.
bad depression, where they just didn't know what to do. They had no support, nothing. Either they would drink themselves to sleep and things like that. It just like I look at myself and I'm like, wow, I feel so proud of myself
Mhm.
because
Mhm.
how I was able to overcome everything, how I was
Yeah,
able to help myself just with videos, with books, and just changing my mindset, just reprogramming myself with just positivity. Oh my goodness, it just
I
like
know.
overtook the negative
Yeah.
thoughts and things like that. I learned how to stop having certain conversation because we have how many
Mhm.
60 or 70,000 thoughts a day. So it just we
Mhm.
have to decide what do we have our self-talk, where do we want to focus on energy, because what you focus on you're going to attract. This is
Mhm.
just the law of this universe. So if you're gonna say, "Hey, I'm unhappy, I'm a loser, this and that," then that's what you're gonna attract. That's who you're gonna be. But
Mhm.
if you telling yourself that, "Hey, look how amazing of a human being I am. Look at how of an amazing father
Yeah.
I am. My kids love me. My family love me." It's just like you are so inspired. It feels so good. It's just such a wonderful feeling, to feel just unstoppable because we all have such an amazing gifts, talents. And I tell you guys, man, woman, it's all possible. It's all possible in this country, United States of America.
Mhm.
There's so many amazing opportunities. There's opportunities everywhere. There's
Yes.
opportunities everywhere. But now it just like I said, it's just like we just stop ourselves. Like somebody presents you an opportunity, and like I said, I don't have time or I don't have money. That's what I hear the most, right? But it's just like
Yeah.
you haven't even given yourself a chance to try it,
Yes.
to start it. You failed yourself without even trying, and that's what I have learned with myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're saying some good stuff. Well, one of the reasons because people's mental health, like they don't have the mental resolve, like they don't believe in themselves or they just fear. And it's the mental conditioning. They're so used to just staying poor or just not taking opportunities. Poor, passing over opportunities repeatedly, the acronym for that. And it's really what it is. And one of my paradigms is, my upbringing is like that. So I'm transitioning myself, my value and aligning the money that I deserve with it, more than enough. And
Yes.
yeah, so I love all you said. Is there anything else you'd like to share before for the viewers before you go?
I do not. I don't know if viewers have any questions or anything that they would like us to talk about, because like I said, we all have stories, we all have
Yeah,
journeys, we all battle through things, especially right now.
yeah.
It's not easy out there, and we do need support, we do need the love to share it, spread the
Oh,
positivity, spread it to everybody. Yes, yes, yes.
yeah, and tomorrow's love day.
Tomorrow is love day. Yes, yes. Go out
So,
there. Go out
yeah.
there. Take care of your significant other. Show them the appreciation. Show them the appreciation. Like I said, I wish everyone out there, like happy lives in spreading all the love. Like guys,
Mm,
take care of your women. Women, take care of your guys, because it's just like we're
yeah.
all human beings. We need each other. It's just like hugging or snuggling or whatever it is. Even though we're a certain age, it's just we're
Yeah.
all being brought up from different cultures, different
Mhm.
mindsets, and things like that. We bring in different values, and that's the beauty about this country. How we unite, how we all come together and work together. We don't want to be divided or anything. It doesn't matter what color, what race you are, or anything. We're all
Love
equal.
it.
We're all one. So I love this country. I love the opportunities and everything. I love you out there, and I wish you all the best. Thank you for having me on.
Yeah. Tell everyone where they can find you.
Where you can find me on Facebook, on Instagram. Just type in my first and last name. That's why I go under.
The last name, it's a bit long. Yeah. Do you have
Yeah.
your website, Marcin?
I do not have website yet. I do
Mhm.
have just the website for my credit repair. That's about it. So it's all in.
Awesome.
Oh,
Yeah, tell them what it is. Yeah.
it's the website is for the credit repair.
Yeah.
I can share my link and stuff like. But yeah, reach out through me on Facebook Messenger or
Facebook.
something.
Mhm.
Yeah, Facebook Messenger. I would prefer that would be the method of contact.
Yeah. That's what works for me best too.
Yes, yes, yes. So yeah,
Thanks
this is
everyone
fun.
for tuning
Yeah,
in. Yeah, this is fun. You did it.
thank
Congratulations.
you, thank you. Yeah, no, see, guys, whoever have all this fear that you're afraid, you don't want to go out there and speak. This was easy. This was
You
piece of
just did
cake.
it.
I'm not even nervous or anything. My palms are not sweaty or nothing. I did this. I did this. So thank you.
Awesome. All right. Thank you. See you next time,
Thank
everyone.
you.